From the review sheet, question number 4 says a plane flying 1,500 kilometers from Kamloops to San Jose at X kilometers an hour flies into a 75 kilometer headwind on the way there and flies with the wind on the way back. The total round trip takes 4.5 hours. What is the speed of the plane in still air? So X represents the kilometers per hour, and we need something that equals the 4.5 hours. So we have our distance equals velocity times time. If we want to have an expression for time, we need to do time is equal to distance over velocity. Okay, so time, we're going to have the total time, so time out plus time back in is our total time, which is 4.5 hours. There's our equation. So we just need to express this in terms of the time going out. So when we fly into a headwind, we're going to have the distance of 1,500 kilometers. And into the headwind, we're going to take away the velocity of 75 kilometers per hour. When we coming back in, we are going to be going with the headwind, or sorry, with the tailwind. So it's going to be X plus 75 kilometers per hour, and that's going to equal the total, which was 4.5 hours. We have hours, hours equals hours. Our equation is consistent. Now we just solve this. So because it's an equation, I want to solve this. I'm going to multiply by those two factors, x minus 75, x plus 75. We know that our restrictions, x can't be 75 kilometers an hour, so you can't be traveling at 75 kilometers an hour or going backwards 75 kilometers an hour, which would give us the restrictions on the x. So then when I multiply this out, I'm going to end up with 1,500 times x plus 75. The x minus 75's cancel, plus the 1,500, and the x plus 75 cancels in this case, so I'm left with x minus 75, and that's equal to 4.5 times, it's going to be x squared minus 75 squared, so 75 squared equals 5625. Okay, so then I'm going to solve this equation. The plus 75 times 1,500 and the minus 75 times 1,500 are going to cancel out, so I'm going to end up with 1,500x twice, or 3,000x. That's my left-hand side. On the right-hand side, I'm going to have 4.5 x squared minus 5625 times 4.5. That's going to give me a pretty big number, 25312.5. Okay, I'm going to make that equal to 0, solve this equation, so 4.5 x squared minus 3,000 x minus 25,312.5, and then in this case I'm just going to plug this into the quadratic formula. So we end up with 3,000 minus the square root of 9 million minus 4 times 4.5 times negative 25,312.5, and that's all over 2a, which is 2 times 4.5, which is 9. So I'm just going to plug this into my calculator, so I end up with 3,000 So 3,000 minus So it's going to be plus minus. So 3,000 plus the square root of 9 million minus 4 times 4.5 times negative 225,312.5. Okay, and then divide that all by 9, and I'm going to get x equals 675 kilometers per hour. And the other solution, when I do the minus, I'm going to get negative 8.3. Sorry, 8.3 repeating. So we know that that's an extraneous solution. That's a weird solution. But the solution then is 675 kilometers per hour.